Hiya, it's Mochi, and welcome back to our series playthrough of Zelda. I know I've been gone for about a week without doing any uploads, and I really apologize for that. I did that because, YouTube, when you're doing YouTube, it takes a lot out of you. It makes you really tired and exhausted. Uploading so frequently, so I needed a bit of a break. I know I just started YouTube for like a couple of weeks ago. I think 3 or 4 weeks ago, I do believe. I think it's 4 weeks ago now, but I went a week for a break, which I know 3 weeks of doing YouTube doesn't seem like a lot, but mental instability is a bit of a weak point for me. So I did need to take a small break. So I really apologize for that, but I hope you all understand and are patient with me if I do have to take those breaks every now and then. But I am back, and I'll be back for a while. So keep looking forward to videos coming up. I am going to start pre-recording after I get this done and uploaded. So be excited for the next video that's going to come up in another 2 days. But as I said, this in my recent post that I did, this video, as you can see from the timestamp, is 1 hour and 32 minutes. I did decide to do a extended episode to make up for being gone for so long. So what would have been 2 separate videos is now just one big video. So I hope you're all in for the long run for this one. So we are going to go over here to the Locked Mementos quest, because there's a couple of things that we actually want to get over there. And there's a little blue bokoblin over here, so I want to take my horse a little closer so I don't have to go as far to get on it. And then, oh, it's disobeying a little bit. But of course it didn't want to acknowledge the fact that I pet it. And I want to try and sneak up on this guy so I can get the strong sneak strike attack. And I do manage to get it and knock it out in one hit. So here's a little cooking pot here. If you want, you can just set it on fire with a fire arrow. I don't need a torch because I already have one. I was just checking to make sure I did have one. Now, I am going to go back down this mountain on my horse, because of course that's how we came up here. So, let's do this. And those little guys there are stone enemies, so I don't want to interact with them just yet. Now, I'm going to kill all of these guys. I'm going to get out my regular arrows, and I'm going to hit this guy in the head to start getting damage off him. Because that is a critical hit, and it does a lot more damage. I was trying to aim for that guy, but he picked him up, so my camera went all crazy. And I just gotta switch to another sword here, because that guy, like, destroyed my sword. So I just switched to another Traveler's Claymore that I got off the ground near the Guardians. I do think I am getting a bit sick though, because my nose is all messed up. I'm going to take down all of these enemies around this mountain though. That's why I'm going kind of slow right now, because there's a lot of enemies on this mountain, and I don't want my horse to go super fast. At least not at this time. There's choo-choos there. Want to pick up the choo-choo jelly, of course. So while the choo-choo jelly isn't that good for, like, making elixirs because it's not as rare of a material, so it won't make elixirs that are that strong. It is good if you need some extra cash. And I immediately get hit with an exploding barrel, which is not the best case of action here. And I get hit again, but so does that guy, so that's worked in our favor a little bit. And note that if I save before battles, it is because I don't know when my game will save, so I don't want to risk that my game didn't save recently and that I'll lose a bunch of progress if I die. So that is why I save typically before I battle a big group of enemies. And I think that chest had arrows in it, and this one over here, I do believe also has arrows. Yeah, they both had arrows in them, which is nice. I try to run over here really quickly to get his items. I do want to come back and beat up this guy. And also collect these items. And then this guy is going to be a lot harder to kill. Of course, breaking my sword off him did more damage because it counts as a critical hit. And there's this guy up here. And he's dead. And he gave us some bokoblin guts, which is really good. We get a traveler's sword back. So now we can go back to our horse and move on after collecting some of these items down here. So we just want to follow this path, and it'll lead us to the next village. I tried to kill the goat, but I wasn't going fast enough at the right time, and it didn't really work out. And if you are on a path, your horse will automatically follow the path, and you do not have to turn your horse, which is a really cool feature, I think. Now I do get off my horse in this little wooded area to collect some materials, and I hopped back on accident because I saw this glowing over here, and I wanted to pick up that stuff. Now there were a bunch of enemies over here, and I was definitely afraid because they were blue enemies with really strong weapons. So I do quickly save before I fight these guys. And then choo-choos came out of nowhere as well. Oh jeez, that guy hit me really hard. See, just one hit and that guy could easily kill me. And then I'm taking damage from falling down the hill as well. And we get some Hylian rice, which is really cool. It's used for cooking. Our horse tries to defend itself when they get close by kicking its feet, which is really cool, I think. Now the shrine detector is going to go off because we are near a shrine. Our horse is disobeying a little bit, so I had to soothe it. But the shrine we are near is in the village. But there are a couple more enemies around. And I want to take those guys out. Mainly because they were attacking these guys. Which are going after hardy truffles. I tried to look for some myself, but I did not get lucky and find any, which is really unfortunate. I did find more enemies though, which is kind of good but also not good because they found me and they almost killed me quite a few times. But we're at the village now, so we're gonna claim this shrine. It just didn't get all the footage of me killing those guys. So unfortunately this is my most hated kind of shrines, which is the apparatus shrines. Oh, I hate these ones so much. But this is an easier one, thank God. So I like to cheat this one. It's kind of difficult to do it, but if you lift it upwards, you can get this little ball up above the rails. It just takes a little bit to do it. See, like that. And you just gotta lean it back now, and don't let it go that way. And then I messed it up. It went over, it went the wrong way. And now you just want to try and get it over there. I went back. I don't remember why I went back though. I messed up again, as you saw. But you want to try and lean it down and then flick it up at the right time to get it over there. And I finally did it. I had to check to make sure. I didn't check. But now you want to lean this down and go get the chest, because there's a chest in there. And it is a phrenic bow, which is really cool. It does 10 damage, which is better than some of our other bows, actually. And the ball went into the little thing there, so the gate's unlocked now. So, woohoo! Pretty easy for that one, at least. There are much more difficult ones that I'm not excited for. We actually do a difficult one in this video later on, and it is my most hated one. It's the worst. I will never do that one ever again. So I will show off some of these shops later in a future video, but for now we just want to pray to this statue and get another heart container. So we have a 5th heart, I do believe. Yeah, 5th heart. Let's go. So we got a new heart. Yay, hopefully we won't die as much. I think we've died once or twice now. I don't remember. But what we want to do is go up this hill that's on the very end of the town. And now we can start sprinting on the horse. We want to go all the way up this hill. I actually missed my turn. I tried going up this area, which is not where I need to go. If you hold LR or ZL, like you're supposed to do when you talk to someone on the horse, you can actually like dance a little bit and it helps you get off cliffs better. I try to just make it work and go across the fence area, but the horse doesn't want to do it. So I just use ZL to get it off, because that's the best way to do that. It's the only way the horse will cooperate, by doing stuff like that. So we want to go all the way up this mountain to get to a special place. And the horse does not actually follow the trail this time, for some reason for me. I don't understand why. I have to soothe it here. It's wanting to disobey. So it's the Agent Tech Lab. Do you want to have some business with the director? That's right, the director is in the back. Terribly busy person, that one, so try to keep it brief. Okay then. Good evening. I imagine you've never seen so many books in one place. Pretty incredible, isn't it? We've gathered all of Hyrule's knowledge as for... Okay. Is that thing on your waist? Is that a Sheikah? Yes, it's a Sheikah slate. I've never actually seen one in person. You should, if you can show me the runes. Stasis, magnesis, remote bomb, and cryonis. Let's see, that's all for runes, but, strange. It doesn't seem like you have the basic runes. I don't understand why they're missing, but there must be some reason. Where are my manners? My name is Simon. You are Link, right? You know my name? Lady Impa caught me up to speed. You see, we were told a young man holding a Sheikah slate will appear. You must do all to help him. That's right, I haven't introduced our director. Miss Pura happens to be right over there. As the Hitina Ancient Tech Lab director, Miss Pura's world famous blah blah blah. Check it. I have the utmost respect for Miss Pura and all she's accomplished. I'm honored to be her assistant. See, the director may look like a child. Well, maybe it's not my place to tell you. You should ask Miss Pura herself. Hey, aren't you surprised? The director in this laboratory is not Simon, it's me, Snappity Snap. Anyways, Linky, do you remember any droops for your time in the Slumber Restoration? You don't look like you've changed a bit over the last 100 years. No matter, I'm just happy you're still in one piece. Linky, what's with that look? Do you remember me, don't you? I don't remember. Even though 100 years ago, I took you to the Shrine of Resurrection, even after Calamity ruined you, even though I'm the one who put you into safety. Despite all that, you don't remember me? I don't. As expected, after 100 years in the Slumber Resurrection, subjects lost all memories. Oh, sorry, I have a bad habit of taking notes abruptly like that. It's a charming chirp, huh? Anywho, do you have any questions for me? Aren't you a child? How very rude. Or perhaps this is not rude. I suppose it's actually a logical conclusion. Truth is, I look this way because of a failed experiment. Well, I say failed, but in some ways it was a success. But the whole thing is embarrassing, and it's in our diary. Enough about that. To the topic at hand. Well, here you are 100 years after, to defeat Calamity Ganon that's growing its strength, and rescue our beloved Zelda. That's if you got the courage to try. And help you with this one true hero, it's I. What's with that look on your face? You didn't think I'd fix your Sheikah slate for free, did you? I did not. Pretty considerate, but then again, I suppose it's actually because you're over 100 years. You know the unlit furnace on the wall. Could you please bring the blue flame? The sweet little guidance stone will start working if you do that, allowing us to restore your missing runes. I wonder if young women these days say things like sweet and little. Well, I suppose it doesn't matter. Okay then, I'm counting on you for that blue flame. I should have left the dialogue in for a little longer, but I was rushing. But I don't know if you saw, but if you need a torch, if there's one by the door. I came up here not to read her diary or anything, but to try and find the blue flame. And I couldn't climb up here for some reason. I was trying to find the ancient furnace easier, so I could glide over to it. And I tried climbing up there, but I didn't. But it is over in this direction. As you can see, it's lit up with the blue fire. And I'm leaving my horse there because I can't ride the horse with holding the torch, because that's just how it works. So I'm just gonna glide over here and do this. It just is easier. So we want to take out our torch, and as you're walking with this flame, you want to light up these torches because it makes it easier in case it starts raining. That way you have a check mark for, like, to go back to, for you can go to sleep at a fire or sit down by the fire and waiting for the rain to stop. and then just start back at where you were. I was trying to find that one by the farm area, but I didn't find it. I do try to light up all the torches in this, but I don't really know where all of them are. Because I don't really know if lighting all of them gives you a Korok or not. I'm really not positive about that. And you can't press the B button and run with this because you will put away the torch. So you unfortunately have to walk the whole time. I try to look over here to see if the farm was this way, but it's not. It's actually way down there. So I was not going to bother with going all the way back down. If you talk to this lady up here before and after you light the blue flame, she has something different to say for each of those. Which is really cool. I think the before she talks about how she misses the blue flame, and then after she says something about how happy she is that the blue flame is back and not to mess with it, I think. I can't really remember exactly what she says, but it's something along those lines. And I put the flame out just to get back to where I was, because running just makes it faster. And then I take it out here, because there's a flame thing over there that I need to light. Unfortunately, as you can see, the clouds are getting dark, so that means it started raining. But as you can see, the torches, the fire does not go out for the torches, which is very, very handy. I'm glad that they did that. So we can just go back to where we saw that fire, because the fire here is under a tree, so it does not burn out because the tree allows for shelter for that fire, which is a really cool detail of this game. The trees actually provide shelter from the rain. I really like that. So we just sleep until noon, I do believe, and by then the rain is gone. So I do climb up this mountain a bit to try and get a flying advantage or a gliding advantage over to where we were. And I do just climb up this wall as well. And we're back to where we were. And just in case it happens again, I'm going to continue lighting the torches. Because I do not want to have to go through all that again. Now, there is no torches this whole way until that tree, which is crazy. That they make you go that far without a torch to light. And then all this way without a torch to light until you get to the furnace. And you just want to hold the X button. It's either the X button or the Y button to light that. And then that is done. Let's go. Hey, you. Linky, thank you so much. Now then, look over there. The guidance stone must be starting to react. Nothing mysterious about it. Hee hee, my sweet little guidance stone. You sure know how to make this old researcher's heart, whatever. Give me a nice snap and don't be shy about it. Snap. Nice one. Okay, then. Sheikah slate repair underway. Guidance stone lock removed. So we are going to get a very important aspect of this game now. Hyrule or camera, Hyrule Compendium, and something else, I do believe, was added. So let's go. There's all of our... No, I'm not going to say anything yet. There's the Hyrule Compendium. Let's go. Repair complete. And it's done. So, is it all fixed up now? Let's see here. Which one? Hyrule Compendium, album, camera. Yep, looks good. So I know this is sudden, but hear me out. Take a picture of me with the camera. Oh, and don't forget to let me see. Alright. Take a picture of Pura. Snap. How's the picture taking going? Did you get a cute pic of me? Oh, I can't wait to see. Let me see. I got lost in thought there. It wasn't on purpose. It's not just me and the pretty girl. There's also some old landscape photos. I know Princess Zelda had made frequent use of the camera. Hey Linky, it dawns on me that evil princesses appointed knights. A strong possibility that you accompanied her to all those places. Oh right, the lost memory I think could prove an issue. Don't lose hope. It just means that these pictures could be the missing point to help you restore your lost memory. If my hunch is correct, I suggest you check in with Impa. Oh yeah, there's just one thing. If you don't have to worry about this until after you meet with Impa. Just bring ancient materials to me or Robbie. I can give you something good. Alright, let's do this. Hey, something on your mind? Something good? Aha, I'm glad you asked. If you bring me some ancient materials, I can power up your runes. You need 3 ancient screws to power your Sheikah slate, 3 ancient shafts for your bombs, and 3 ancient cores for your stasis. For these ancient materials, I want to upgrade my Sheikah sensor. So I need the screws, which I had. It's cute snap. Oh, got it. Okay then. Sheikah slate underway. Got it still removed. Now let's do this. Yes, Sheikah sensor is going to be a really, really good upgrade. And you'll see why. And I won't even explain it. I'll let someone else explain it. You'll see what I'm talking about. Searching for compendium items. That's all I'll say. Yahoo! My little bat stone did the trick. Hee hee. Oh, the Sheikah Scissor Plus. I really want to see it. Yes, quite. If you don't mind, how about showing that assignment? Hey, I think you should see Impa first, but if you, ancient materials. What do you want to enhance? Remote bomb. 3 ancient shafts. I did get that. That's why we needed those. Get it some lock removed. Now let's do this. Yes, please. Remote bomb rune upgrading. Let's go. Now this just makes our remote bomb stronger, and I think it lessens the cooldown. I didn't get to read that in time, but I do think it lessens the cooldown time. Yahoo! That still did the trick, yep. Reviewing other ancient runes. I cannot do the Sheikah, or the Stasis. You acquire the Sheikah Stone Plus, or Sheikah Sensor Plus. Explaining won't do justice, why not give it a try. He wants us to take a picture of the sun shroom. Of course, I wasn't on the Sheikah sensor anymore, I was on the bombs. So, take a picture of the sun shroom, and it registers to our compendium. Of course, I'm going to pick this thing up. It allows us to have or cold resistance. So, were you able to get a picture of the sun shroom? Yes, allow me to confirm. There you go. Anyways, he explained that the Sheikah Sensor Plus allows us to search for the items that we take pictures of. And he wanted us to bring him 3 sun shrooms, which I'm not going to do currently. All he does is give us 3 hardy truffles, which are good items. And I could really use those items, because then I could take pictures of them and search for them myself. But I'm not too worried about it, because I can always do that later. Now we're just going to head back down the hill and I guess go back to Impa and see what she has to say about us retrieving our memory pictures back. So we do go down to the stable and just put our horse back up. That way we don't have to take the horse all the way back to Impa. And we could just teleport there. It kind of cut out all of that travel though, which is a bit annoying. So, let's go down here and talk to Impa. Huh. I heard Pura was giving you the runaround, but you seem just fine. This is without a doubt the camera Princess Zelda used 100 years ago. It could be that if you visit the locations within those pictures, you'll be able to receive your memories. But there's something I wish to give you. Or, go get one of those memories. There's something I wish to give you. Sorry. I didn't get to read that dialogue in time. So, what we want to do is talk to this guy. Wow, you have Sheikah gear, so, as for me, I love art. Just between you and me, I know where I hear there's a great fairy fountain somewhere near this village. Aesthetics aside, they say the place can bestow people with powers. Been researching it for ages, and I finally have a lead. The problem is I can't seem to find the fountain there. Nothing beats the thrill of tracking down a beautiful view. Fellow traveler, you understand the sentiment, right? Yeah, I understand. Oh, I knew it. I just knew there was someone like me. Sadly, I can't pin down the exact location. I haven't put it all together yet. In fact, I was about to head there now. Would you like to come along? Sounds good. Great answers. Exactly what I expect from a fellow beauty. Whatever. So we just gotta follow this guy. I already know where the fairy fountain is. I've already unlocked it. Of course. But you don't want to get too far ahead of this guy or he'll stop running. I could literally walk faster than him. But we just want to keep in pace with this guy basically until we get up the hill. And there's a lot of things that I want to snap pictures of, like this little guy here. This guy is really cool. He is a bloopy, And he's a cute little rabbit. And there's something really special about this rabbit. If you shoot him, he drops rupees. I'm going to talk to this guy first. So tired. Hills aren't easy for old fogies like me. Great Fairy Fountain should be the path that leads behind the shrine. Weather's awful. If you find it, don't forget to take a picture. So I did collect all these rupees. A red rupee, green rupee, and another red rupee. So we have 144 rupees, which is pretty decent, I would say, to get a high-tail lizard. I try to get a better picture of this guy, but he just runs away, which is unfortunate. But before I get a picture of the Great Fairy Fountain, I do take a couple pictures of other things, or at least the nightshade. I do pick a couple up as well. Well, I do take a picture of the Fairy Fountain, because that is what the quest is. I do want to zoom out as well to get a better picture. So that is that quest done. As you can see, there's no more exclamation marks around it. But there is a couple other things that I want to get pictures of. And I do get pictures of these things. There was a silent princess I wanted to get a picture of. I got a picture of that deer that was running away. It just took me a couple tries. I did get a picture of it eventually. I got a picture of the fireflies as well that you saw. I got a picture of the carrots that were behind the tree over there, that big tree. Yeah, basically stuff that we'll want to use to fill up the compendium, because I'm going to try to do that as much as possible during this playthrough. So now we want to head back to this guy, Congo is his name, and show him the picture someday. I hope I can see the Great Fairy Fountain. Oh, I found it. Aha, you found it? Really? Are you serious right now? And if you are, then where's the picture? You remember the picture, right? Yep. This is the Great Fairy Fountain. It's certainly beautiful, but I thought it would be more sacred and elegant. Well, I'm impressed. I want to give you something to show my appreciation, but I don't have much. I know. If there's a place you've been seeking, I might know it. Don't recognize anything? A large gate with a snowy mountain beyond it. I know where this is. This big mountain east of this is called Mount Lanero. At the base of Mount Lanero, there's on the west of Snowfield lies that gate. I'm glad I was able to be of use. Yeah. Basically, we're going to head towards that, but there's a lot of things I want to take pictures of, like the carrot there. And I don't know if you can hear the purring, but my cat is on my shoulder right now. I also want to take a picture of this beetle. And I think I already got a picture of that beetle back in the forest. And this beetle we've actually never caught before. But he's really cool because he can greatly restore our stamina if we use him. But we aren't going to be using him. I also want to take a picture of these arrows. Those arrows and the fire arrows. Because yes, the arrows count towards taking pictures in the compendium. And I do want to buy all of the regular arrows because there's only 2 sets of them. So I do want to buy those. Well, the 5 bundle of arrows. Now, we are going to go to this tower because there is a couple of things I want to do here before we go on to that area. Mainly, I want to get a couple of shrines done. And while we're at it, take a couple of pictures, most likely. Because I'm sure there's plenty of things we could take pictures of. So yeah. So as I'm looking for the area to where I want to go to, How is my words slurred there for a second? How is everyone's day going? I hope y'all are having a beautiful day. Have y'all been enjoying this series so far? I quite literally love this game. I have so many hours in this game. On my original playthrough, I have like, I know it's like over 100 hours, I do believe. So yeah, in this chest is some flints, and then those barrels that just had choo-choos in them, which is not really that useful, but the choo-choo jelly is always good. So we do want to light a torch here and light this campfire for two reasons. We're going to cook up a couple meals. Well, more than a couple. We're going to cook up quite a lot of meals. We're going to save the darner. Oh no, we do use the darner. And we're going to make some cold resistant foods. Just in case I need them. Because the shrines that I want to go to, I'm going to need cold resistance. And I don't know for sure if the warm doublet is going to be enough. So I do want to use the butterflies as well that I got in the plateau area. You remember how we were collecting all those butterflies? Well, they are used to make the worm elixir, which is really, really nice. That's the whole point of me collecting those butterflies. And why I collected so many is because they're used for elixirs. So, yeah. That was the main point of collecting those. And I'm taking a couple pictures of the fish. And there's a Lizalfos there coming right at us. So I took a picture of him. And these guys don't come out of the water if they're in water. So there's really no point in trying to fight them because they will just go deeper into the water. So I just ran away. There's no point. But the first shrine we want to go for is this one up here. And I don't think, I think I did take a picture of that ore deposit. Because yes, the ore deposit count as pictures in the compendium. They count as the treasure side of the compendium, which is really unique. I would have never guessed that on my own playthrough. I literally saw it in a video that I was watching of the game. So, what we want to do is step on these in order to get the little balls into the little area thing there, into the circles to activate the pedestals that will carry us over to the other side. And we want to do this a couple more times to finish the temple. Or shrine, sorry. And that one you want to have to time perfectly. You have to step on it and then release it in order to do it. So, yeah. And then this one, you also have to step on it and then release it at a certain time. It's basically like that freaking, I can't think of what it was called. I try to stasis that in order to get it to stay down long enough, but I do it at a wrong timing, and I don't get that chest. It was like that, what was it called? I can't remember. It was that one shrine where we had to do the apparatus, that was it. The apparatus shrine where we had to, like, tilt it and then, like, flick it up really fast. So, we want to put that metal barrel on that switch so it presses it down. And I could have just went up to the top of that tilted thing and flew down to the other side of the, like, to where the entrance to the ending of the shrine is. I keep wanting to say temple from old Zelda games. But I just didn't think to do that. I thought of doing it like the legit way instead of doing it the cheesy way. And I looked over there because I saw 2 magnetic rocks, which means there is something behind them. And there is actually an ore deposit behind them, which are always nice. And I hit another bloopy and got some rupees out of it. Now there is another shrine behind these explodable rocks, but I don't get the correct throw, so I do have to come over to this rock here in the middle that I can stand on, and I throw the bomb near the wall so it'll float down to the little crevice in the wall and be able to be exploded into that crevice. If my dog starts barking, it's because she's playing with the kitten, the one that was on my shoulder. Because yes, she plays with cats. And I am picking up a couple creatures in the water. Now this shrine is my most hated shrine. I'ma just say this now. It is another apparatus shrine. But you'll see why this is my most hated apparatus shrine. Okay, so this one is not that hard, right? You just tilt it a little bit. And I actually end up tilting it the wrong way because there's a chest under it. I was checking to see if there was a chest and I fell off. So I have to redo it because there is a chest on the other side. And I end up tilting it too much and have to redo it. So if I can tilt it correctly, that would be nice. There we go. And there's a shield of the mind's eye, which is better than our current shield. And I do have to take a picture of that one, I do believe. Or I may have already done it. I don't... Oh, wait. I think I've already done it because I still had a shield of the mind's eye. And this one is kind of difficult. You have to tilt it just right without, like, tilting the stairs back. Excuse me, I hiccuped. See, it's really difficult trying to get the right angle on the stairs of the way that you need to go in order to go up. And I sucked at getting that done. Like, I suck at the apparatus shrines. Luckily, I did end up getting it soon. I think after this, I do get it. I get it very badly. I'm like, is it gonna stay like this? I hope it does, because I didn't know what else to do. Okay, and this is the reason I hate this temple. This one right here. This is the worst one ever. How do you do this? Because in order to pass this temple, you absolutely have to get this chest that is on this one right there. You have to get that chest because you cannot pass this temple otherwise. Shrine, Mochi, shrine, not temple. Stop saying temple, please. I'm so used to saying temple because, like, I played Ocarina of Time and all the areas that you have to go into are called temples. I hate when I say the wrong thing, and I keep trying to, like, reset this apparatus puzzle to try and get it done correctly, because, like, that's the perfect angle to get that chest. I had it perfect, and it's just not wanting to cooperate with me. I can't get it, because I am on a Switch Lite. So I cannot, like, I don't have like a Joy-Con, like a Joy-Con remote or controller to connect my Switch to. So I can't like easily turn a controller around. I'm turning my entire Switch. So imagine trying to look at your Switch screen while turning it around, like backwards, upside down, sideways. It's very, very difficult. So yeah. It is very highly difficult to do apparatus on a Switch Lite. And I can get to this chest this way. It's just very difficult. I have to jump up on this light here to try and get up on the top so I do not fall down. And I have to like be sneaky with like trying to open this chest like that, because this contains a small key which we need to get through this shrine. I almost said temple again. Shrine, Mochi. Shrine. And I'm trying to get through this without falling off. Now this is a quick way to get over here without having to try and do the puzzle again, because I did not want to do that again. But finally we used the small key to get through the door, and we're done. I never, ever, ever want to have to do that again. So skip this. I'm done. Get me out of here immediately. That is the most annoying shrine in the world. It is so annoying. I don't like it at all. But yeah. I don't like it. So I do see if I have a picture of these guys. And I do, but I do not have a picture of this Octorok. I do try to get a picture of it behind the tree, but it does not end up working. So I do have to like try and get behind it, or like try and get far enough from it to where it'll come up. And I got it. Let's go. And I do also need to get a picture of the goat too. Mountain goat. So I got that. I've already got an iron shroom. I think there was also a fish that the Octorok dropped that I needed to get. And now we want to light this again, and I'm gonna make a couple more meals. Make a couple of stamina overfilling stamina foods, because these are very, very useful. I don't know if we can use them yet. I'm also going to make these because it overfills our hearts, which is really nice. And I keep clicking the jump button instead of the plus button to go to our inventory, which is so sad that I was doing that. But I do make another stamina recovery one as well, like the overfilling stamina, because I had a couple more of the Enduro carrots. But now we're just going to make some, see again with the jump button, we're going to make some foods just so I have plenty of heart recovery items, again with the jump. So yeah, we want to make as many foods as possible, and we're gonna need these because I get hit a lot. A lot. Because I'm constantly fighting enemies because I want the monster parts that they give me. Because if you're ever low on money, you can sell them if it comes down to it. Like, it's not the best thing to have to sell because you do need these items. I clicked the sit by accident. I wanted to cook some more. but like it's not the best thing to sell because you do need these items, especially later on in the game, for a very specific thing. But also, these are really good items. You just cook one of these fish, the stamina fish. You don't even need to cook anything else with it, but it completely replenishes your stamina bar, which is really nice. So, yeah, the stamina fish are really, really good. And you don't even need to cook anything else with the stamina mushrooms either. Cook 3 of those and it'll do that much of a stamina bar as well, which is also really good. I do make a couple of defensive foods as well, just to have a bit of buffage when it comes to fighting really tough enemies, or like certain shrines that we'll end up encountering later on. And I do want to sleep until morning, so hopefully the rain stops. And so far, we're coming up on an hour of gameplay. Let's go. This is the longest we've went. So I hope you all are enjoying it. I hope you're all being okay with this. I won't be doing an hour for the next video. I'll just be doing the normal 99 clips that I do, rather than 2 sets of 99 clips, and I accidentally hit with my torch. So I had to quickly switch and kill those guys. And as I'm trying to get on this chest, I jump on it and it slides down. So that wasn't very nice. But this chest, I do believe, has opal in it, I want to say. Yeah. And I do get the fish that was in here. So, as you, I'm pretty sure y'all saw, but there was a Hyrule bass in there, so I do grab that. But we want to climb this mountain and not get hit by falling rocks, as you can saw, or as you can see that thing fell down. We want to not get hit by falling rocks because they will make us tumble down the entire mountain, and I do not want that. But we're gonna climb up this mountain because there are a couple shrines up here that I want to get, and that'll allow us to have enough spirit orbs to gain another heart, which is something we need. I'm gonna try and get us to at least 13 hearts because it's gonna be very handy because it'll allow us to get an item that is very useful and very much needed. But I was trying to, I got the cricket, and I was just checking around my surroundings just to see if there was anything I needed to take pictures of. So I just check around a little bit just to make sure I'm not missing anything. And I see these 3 rocks up here, so I come to scope around and see if there's anything I need to hit them into. And then I see that there is a hole way up there, so I know immediately that I have to use stasis on these things and try to put them into that hole way down there. So I try and do this a couple of times, and the first one I immediately miss. So I go for the second time, and I break my shoulder spear off of it. I go for a Cocoa Club. And I do save before this because I don't want to, like, miss up a chance to get a Korok. And I end up missing all 3 rocks. And I come back to my save and try again. And I do get the Korok, on this rock, I do believe, but I had to go up there and push it in because it got stuck on the edge. There is a water buffalo up here. I came up here, changed my camera just in case, and I did end up seeing a water buffalo, so I took a quick picture of it before it ran away. It runs away right after this. I don't even know how it sensed me, but it did somehow. But anyways, that giant rock there is a stone talus. And I immediately noticed that it was a stone talus and walked a good radius around it. And I tried to take a picture of it to see if it would register as a stone talus without me awakening it. But it doesn't register it as a stone talus until you awaken it, unfortunately. But I didn't want to do that. But I do want to get all these ores because I saw these going up the mountain. And I go to switch my rune instead of my weapon, which is silly. But we do luckily see a rare ore deposit, which means I can take a picture of it. Because yes, ore deposits and rare ore deposits count as different things in the compendium, which is crazy. Now you can see that shrine over there, which is part of the shrines, which is one of the shrines that we're gonna get. And then there's a shrine on the top of this mountain up here, not this one I'm standing on, but this one across from me, which we are going to glide to try and get some advantage on climbing it. So I do unfortunately have to use a stamina potion or stamina food to finish climbing this. And as you can see, we do get a ruby and a topaz out of that ore deposit. I try to use a small stamina food just to climb the rest of this mountain, but unfortunately it is not quite enough. So I basically have to use almost a full stamina potion. And this is where the warm doublet is going to come in handy because it gets cold up here. So yeah, we had to put that on as soon as it said it was cold. So yeah. Now the shrine is up at the very top of this, so I try to get it to where it's not so steep of a climb, so it would be easier for us to climb. Because if a mountain is not so steep that you climb, it'll be easier for Link to climb it because, I don't know, physics, I guess. I guess that's just how it works. But I do switch weapons here because it is nighttime, and I'm sure enemies will pop out as soon as I get up here. But I am going to climb up here because I don't know if you noticed, but there's a couple of offering statues. So they have apples in them, which means I can easily just pop an apple in it. And I end up missing the first time, so I have to pick it back up and try this again. And I get it the second time, so I found you. Yes, I did. And give me the Korok seed, please. Thank you. So I got the apples that I got an extra apple actually. And I do actually want this guy's sword. So I try to take the sword, but I grab his head instead. I'm trying to get the sword because I need weapons. And I saw the bow go down there, that's why I was zooming in, because, yeah, I wanted to check. So, these shrines, this shrine and the shrine on the opposite mountain are a bit complicated, and you'll see why I say this. Yeah, you'll see. So, twin memories. So, the shrines atop these peaks share a connection. The memory to answer, commit to memory before you start, just a failure, you will depart. I don't know if I said that right, but you have to basically memorize these patterns, or as I like to say, take a picture. It's easier. if I can even get a correct angle to get all of these. I do need to back out of the camera here, so I can just go over here to this area to get a very decent picture, so I can see all of them. So that picture, I did take a picture, it just didn't catch it in the footage. But there is a chest over on this side, and it has a 8-fold blade in it, which is really strong. It had 22 damage. So now what we want to do is we want to leave this shrine, and we want to go to the other mountain over here. I was making sure that I marked those shrines because I saw them, but we want to go over to this shrine here because, as it said, these shrines are basically the same idea. They're both twin memories, and you want to take pictures of both of these shrines before you change anything about them. Because if you don't, you're gonna forget what was in them. So I do go to this side again to take an accurate picture. So, oh, and then I messed up and I forgot to get the chest that's on this side where the little rising platform is. And then I misclicked on my glider, so I didn't get the correct air that I needed. So, yeah. That was fun. When I clicked the jump, it didn't jump. But my rusty broadsword is almost broken, so in this chest is a serpent spear, which is pretty cool. I do take a picture of the chest, which I forgot is also a compendium item. I was making sure I had a picture of the rusty broadsword, but I forgot that chests were part of the compendium. So what we want to do here now is, oh yeah, I need to take a picture of these weapons first. So serpent spear, and then take a picture of the long sword or long blade. So let's get that, pick it up, and now we want to check our album and look at the previous picture that we took. So we want to put this one in number 5, and we want to put the bottom one, or the second one, in number 3, and then 1, 4, and 2. So this one is 3, and then it was 1, 4, 2. Okay, so 1, 4, and last one is 2. Now I could have tossed these in to make it quicker, but I just forgot about that fact. I do think I do it in the next round. I'm just making sure there's no more chest in here, which of course there is not, unfortunately. But, and then there's no chest up here either. So that's this shrine done and completed. So yeah, we've completed, we've proved our worth. Give me the spirit orb, thank you. Now get me out of here. And now that we've basically activated the teleporter, we can just easily teleport to it. Alright, let's get in here and do this one. So this one is going to be 24215. 21245 or 24215. Sorry, 24215. So 4. There, I start tossing them. Yeah. 2. This one goes in 5. And this one goes into 1. And then that is done. So let's go up here and get our spirit orb. Now I do go back over to this other shrine, even though I could have made this easier by just gliding from the top of the other mountain. But if you go up to the top of this one, there is something up here that you can collect, and I'll show you once we get up here. Of course, you probably already know what it is, as I've been collecting these all throughout the playthrough and showing you where they are. But you climb all the way up here. There's little birds there. I was going to try and take a picture, but they flew away too fast. But all the way, and there's a rock, which means there's a rock. Hi, little guy. Thanks for the seed. Goodbye. Pop a rock on your head. And I zoomed in over here because I was pretty sure I saw some rocks, and I did. And I remembered this from when I was playing the game on my old playthrough before I started to do recordings of it. And you just gotta push the rock off this hill, and it'll go hopefully between those trees like a goal. Let's see if it does. Bye, it does. Let's go. And a little Korok pops out. I do just go to the edge of where those trees were and glide down the mountain, just to see what's down here. And there is a chest in this little area, this little broken down house that has an iron sledgehammer in, so we'll keep that in mind. So there's a couple pieces of wood here. There is a freaking Octorok here, which dropped a balloon and a Hyrule Bass when I killed it. And there's also something else over here, which is actually something I needed for the compendium. And there's something else here. I did grab these apples, and there's a cooking pot here as well. But these we've never even seen before, and there's, of course, a little offering statue. But these are cool Cephalinas, and these help with heat resistance. So these are really nice for in a future area we go to. But we do want to pop an apple in this offering thing, and I clicked out of it by mistake twice. So let's get this little Korok dude out here. Yeah, I found you. I do try to avoid this camp over here because I'm not really interested in fighting them. And I do end up seeing something I was not expecting to see over this little cliff here. You'll find out in just a second. There's a guardian over here. I do take a picture of it. It was a guardian stalker, which means they're the ones who move around and are easily agile and able to avoid you and kill you very, very fast. So we are not ready to take one of those down yet, not even close. So yeah, I just quickly ran away from that guy before he spotted me. I did go and kill that choo-choo as well. But now we want to come here and get another heart because we now have 4 spirit orbs. So let's go. Yes, give me another heart, please. Thank you. Okay, there's a hardy radish here, so let's grab that because those are really good. Oh, excuse me. Now we are going to head down this way. This is back behind the Great Fairy Fountain. This is the trail behind it. We're going to go head down this way because this is where we can go and find a couple of things. There is a lot of like stones to break here. We got an opal from that one. And we get rock salt, which is not that exciting. And we get rock salt and flint, again, not that exciting. But there is a guy down here, but first I need to change my weapon. So I can tell you train your body well, so you're pretty good with a sword. Why don't you join the Yaga clan? What? You don't know? Fine, I'll tell you. The Yaga clan, it's powerful warriors decided by Master Yoga. Defeat the hero, I will take your life. Yeah, these guys, I just wanted to show this guy off, basically. And this guy is pretty weak and strong at the same time, depending on how hard he hits you. But I easily kill him with this 8 long blade, and I get the vicious sickle, which is, I do take a picture of it as well. The vicious sickle is very strong compared to the traveler sword, so I do throw away the traveler sword. And I did take a picture of those bananas that he dropped as well. Those will increase your attack power if you cook them. So, yeah. But Yaga clan is not anything to really worry about right now. So, yeah. I wouldn't worry too much about him unless you see a certain dude. If you see a certain dude of the Yaga clan, then you need to be very worried. But as you can see, there's the gates here. So you just want to follow this pathway, because the gates are in the picture that we saw. These are the gates that were in that picture. So we just want to follow along this path. And I try to sneak up on these guys. There's 2 of them, but they both end up waking up, and it doesn't work out very well for me. So yeah, it was not very nice. And then I get hit by this freaking magnetic block when I was trying to break it. So yeah, I get hit by the block. So that was fun. And it didn't even break when I was trying to break it on top of that one. So I just break it on its own. This is an easy way to break those. I get a roasted bass, which is a pretty decent healing item. I get a good amount of rupees from breaking these boxes, which is nice. Well, of course not the green rupees, but I think I got some blue rupees and maybe a red rupee out of the other ones. I also try to sneak up on this guy here because it's another blue bokoblin over behind these boxes. So trying to be really sneaky. Just waiting for him to turn around. I do sneak up on, like, crouching for a while, But then I forget that I have the sneak gear, so I'm pretty quiet because it's just running. So I do take a picture of that spear and then pick it up just to see how much damage it did. It didn't do too much. And then in that chest there was shock arrows. So we got 10 shock arrows on our person. I don't know why it said on our person, but we got 10 shock arrows in our inventory, which is pretty nice. Shock arrows can be very, very handy. I took out the camera to make sure there was like no blue Lizalfos over there. So, yeah. And then I forgot these guys were up here until I saw the question mark, but I was like, well, they're gonna see me anyways because I have to walk over here. But then there's the black goblin, so I do quickly take a picture of him and then knock him over the edge. Because knocking him over the edge is the best way to kill these guys, and then that just one-shots him. And I do get some arrows for that as well. I do take a picture of that bow later on as well. Or right now, actually. I did get some more arrows too for killing the guys up top. And then over here is, you do hear a shrine beeping, like the shrine sensor going off. There is a shrine up here somewhere, and I know where it is, but I'm not going to worry about it right now, mainly because it's raining and there is climbing involved in finding it. And when it's raining, it's harder to climb. But there's a blue moblin, so I do take a picture of it before killing this guy. So I break this guy, break the sickle off that guy, and luckily he drops his weapon. So I'm able to pick it up and kill it with it. So up here is something that involves a cutscene. It does cut a little bit of the cutscene out, and I apologize for that. But I will be quiet during the cutscene because I don't like talking during them. But here it is. It's about to come up. So I apologize for the small cut that it did during the cutscene. But here we go. Let's do this.
Well, don't keep us in suspense. How'd everything go up there on the mountain?
So you didn't feel anything? No power at all?
I'm sorry, no.
Then let's move on. You've done all you could. Feeling sorry for yourself won't be of any help. After all, it's not like your last shot was up there on Mount Lineru. Anything could finally spark the power to seal Ganon away. We just have to keep looking for that thing.
That's kind of you. Thank you.
If I may, I thought you... well, I'm not sure how to put this into words. I'm actually quite embarrassed to say it. But I was thinking about what I do when I'm healing. You know, what usually goes through my mind. It helps when I think about...
It's awake. Ganon.
Let's stop wasting time. We're gonna need everything we got to take that thing down. Now, champions, to your divine beasts, show that swirling swine who's boss. Link will need to meet Ganon head-on when we attack. This needs to be a unified assault. Little guy, you get to Hyrule Castle. You can count on us for support, but it's up to you to pound Ganon into oblivion.
Come, we should go. We need to get you someplace safe.
Choose on the battlefield. But there must be something I can do to help.
So, one memory down. Pretty cool memory. But, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the bird guy, I'm not going to mention any names, but when the big guy mentioned that Link, also, that is a very scary enemy, that is a Lionel. I do not want to mess with this guy, so I'm immediately running away. But the big guy, when he noticed that Link needed to get to the castle to get ready to take down Ganon, the bird guy kind of looked away like he was jealous and like scoffed. So, I'm just going to say this now. I do not like that character at all. You will find out why later on. But I despise that character. He is the worst. But, yeah. Well, now we're going to head back to Impa and see what she has to say to us about regaining our first memory. Impa, I'm back. Now that you've seen some of Princess' memories, you have started to remember certain things. Here, I will hand this to you now before I forget. Champion's Tunic. This will allow us to see an enemy's life gauge. But I'm doing a couple of cooking here, but our video is about to come to a close. So, I hope you all... I clicked the fairy by mistake, but I'm just cooking a couple of things to have for, like, the next video. So I'm prepared for anything that comes to us. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Hope you all are excited for the next one. Subscribing always lets me know that you want more. It always lets me know that you are enjoying these videos and everything. So, if you could subscribe, that would be very well appreciated. And I will definitely know that you would always want to see more. So that's just something that allows me to tell that, because I know a lot of the people who watch are not subscribed. I've seen the freaking statistics of everything. But also, if you hit that little eyeball thing in the center, a Korok will pop out. So yeah, but yeah. Like the video as well, comment anything you want, because I could use any tips on this game, like any information on how to do stuff. Any feedback is welcome. Any feedback is appreciated even. But I'm trying to show another Korok location here. But if you enjoy, please do let me know in any way you can. I hope you all are having a fantastic day too. I am having a pretty great day, and after I get this done and posted, I'm gonna go ahead and start pre-recording for the following video. So I hope you're all excited for the next video that's going to come out in the next 2 days. Or in 2 days, I should say. It's not going to be 2 days back to back that videos are going to come out. That may have sounded a bit weird. But a new item. Here we go. Hope you're all excited for the following video that's going to come up soon. So we get an amethyst, and we get some more items over here. So, but yeah. So we're coming up to a close. We're just going to fight this guy over here because he's looking really lost. And of course I'm sure you all know by now, it's going to be another Yiga clan member, or Yiga clan. I said Yiga because a YouTuber I watched of playing this game said Yiga clan, but he's basically talking about what happened to us at the beginning of the game, us being awoken from the slumber of restoration, or the chamber of restoration, whatever it's called. But he's basically talking about us being woken up from there. And he's saying that it was him and yada yada. But yeah, let's go ahead and take this guy down. Let's see if I can actually get a hit off of him. These guys are really difficult to take down because they're like teleporting everywhere. You can always shoot them with an arrow to like stop them in their tracks, but I just like to full on hit these guys. And I did kill him, so we got another vicious sickle and mighty bananas. But this is about the end of the video. I am going to try and get a Korok over here. You do want to place a pillar of ice down in front of this stone circle that's over here, and then throw a rock. But hope you all enjoy. Subscribe if you want to see more. It does let me know. Like the video and comment away. So I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.